para sa ating mga kapatid sa Luzon, maaya pagat panapon, naimbag na malam, masantos siya nga araw, marahay na hapon. Para sa mga taga-Visayas, maayong hapon, maupay nga kulop, maayong upo. At sa ating mga kapatid sa Mindanao, assalamualaikum, buenas tardes. Para sa ating mga panauhing banyaga, good afternoon, annyeonghaseyo, konnichiwa. Salamat siyang 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗶𝗃. Welcome sa ating mga regular na tagapakinig at tagapanood dito sa Zoom at sa ating Facebook Live. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Welcome sa ating ika-36 o 36th episode ng the Filipino Sustainable Development Goals or SDG Action Hour. Ang ating lingguhang kumustahan para sa maganda, maayos, mabuti at makabuluhang kinabukasan. Isang oras na naman po ng hitik na talakayan ng mga usaping napapanahon at may kinalaman sa mga SDGs at sa ating bayan. Hello po, ako po si Paul mula sa Future Earth Philippines, and this afternoon we are thrilled to share with you another exciting and interesting topic na pinamagatang Achieving Farmer Productivity and Sustainability through FSTP. Well, ano nga ba itong FSTP? If you want to know more, stick around and we will be delighted with a very informative discussion this afternoon. And it is an honor to introduce our guest for today. He is dubbed as the father of plant nematology. He obtained his bachelor's degree in agriculture mula po sa Universidad ng Pilipinas sa Los Baños, and dito po ay nagtrabaho siya bilang isang janitor during his stay. He pursued his graduate studies under the Master of Science in Plant Pathology sa Oklahoma State University and Doctor of Philosophy in Nematology, Plant Pathology mula naman sa North Carolina State University. Well, our guest is also a recipient of various distinctions. Ginawahan po siya ng Outstanding Agricultural Scientist ng Department of Agriculture noong 1994, at ang kanyang award money na natanggap mula dito ay ginamit niya upang ma-launch ang Corn-Based Farmer Scientist Training Program or FSTP sa 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗀𝗶, ang kanyang hometown. So, FSTP aims to turn farmers into farmer scientists who would be able to do experiments, discover effective techniques, manage the market, and increase production. He is also a recipient of the prestigious 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗶𝗃 Award in 2012 because of his steadfast passion in placing the power and discipline of science in the hands of Filipino farmers who have consequently multiplied their yields, created productive farming communities, and rediscovered the dignity of their labor. At ang isa sa pinakabagong pagkilala sa ating guest ay iginawad naman ng Philippine National Volunteer Service Coordinating Agency or PNVSCA, at ito ay ang Volunteer Lifetime Achievement Award. And to quote PNVSCA, "The farmers are the real heroes. They who cultivate the land, feed the country, and ensure sustainable food production." And he, our guest, just did his part by selflessly sharing his time, resources, and expertise as a volunteer. Wow! Volunteer works and farmer welfare ay ang core ng ating very special guest. Nako, huwag na po nating pahabain ito, and I am very much excited, like ang ating mga tagapakinig, to hear from our speaker. Everyone, let us welcome Academician Romulo G. Davide. Davide, good afternoon po.
Hello. Hello. Maraming salamat. Thank you very much for your nice introduction, and I wish to thank very much also our national scientist, Lourdes Cruz. Maraming salamat for inviting me so I can present our papers on the Farmer Scientist Training Program. Okay. So the title Helping Farmers Achieve Productivity and Sustainable Yields to the Farmer Scientist RDA Training Program. This is a program with the scientists here in the logo holding the hands of the farmers and the hands of the local government units and NGOs. And we started this in 1993, and now with the executive order, this is now a joint program with DavideRG, SUCs, UPL, DAS, DR, DNR, NGOs as mandated in our Executive Order 17. And we have a motto: we gather knowledge to scatter, and a theme empowering farmers for socio-economic progress. Now, what is a scientist? That is our guidelines and definition in our work in FSTP, and we have to know the definition of the scientist, and we got this definition that scientist, he watches things, he reads, he finds out how things work and how they can be better. Now he wonders and he experiments, and this is the key to become a scientist. He experiments and finds out what is true, and then he says that wonderful things do indeed happen. So our farmer scientist program is a core-based scientist RDA training program. We combine here research, development, and extension into one system program. FSTP is based on the assumptions. Assume that there is no barren soil, only barren mind. And farming is business. This is specially designed to liberate poor farmers from the bondage of poverty and hunger. This is an example, very shocking to me when I first saw our poor farmers sample of very their living condition is above and beyond our expectation. We have farmers from Leyte, farmers in Mangyan, in Mansalay. And here is the house of the poor farmers in Sarangani. I have 10 children. And here is another poorest from the Aitas of Wayanan in Bangban, and now, to address this poverty aspect of our farmers, we have the general objectives. The first objective here is to the program aims the farmers to, especially those in the upland community, direct contact with the scientists and technical abilities and so on. And it also this aim to strengthen the agricultural research extension capabilities of local government units, state university, colleges, as they can later render better service in their responsibility. So our specific objectives, one is cultivation of the vine of the farmers through value provision and sharing of technology. Then we have to equip farmers with knowledge, scientific knowledge on healing and farming, and we apply integrated farming pest management system, but this or no pesticide application if necessary. So here, where in the farming is business, there will be formation of association or individual, and there will be a marketing network. And the self-reliant, sustainable farmers, communities to maximum production. And the sixth here is about strengthening the leadership of the farmers in their community. So how this operates, and there are three phases in operating the farmer scientist program. Number one, this is the technical exposure of farmers. There is now the value formation, research exposure, and technical information. Here is the start with the cultivation of the mind towards scientific approach of farming. So here farmers will have a class meeting every day and put up experiments like fertilizer trial, like no fertilizer with fertilizer and so on. Then intercropping, how we can plant corn and the weight, you have sweet corn or kamote and other crops. And now there is now the part of the cultivation of the farmer's mind for love of God, country, and people. size. This one is season long, and farmers will meet once a week with scientists giving lectures on different topics on crop production, up to marketing and leadership training, and so on. So a complete system from planting, production to marketing and organization and leadership. So they will graduate here with the certificate of completion, and they are graduates of 𝗙𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗃 College of Agriculture. Their certificate signed by the Dean of the College of Agriculture and Science. Then they move on to FEP-SDG. FEP-SDG is now the application of what they learned from the FIS1 experiment. The farmers now in FEP-SDG individually will adopt some of the varietal trials, fertilizer trials, intercropping, and so on in their own farm. And they will have no more classes, but they meet once a month with the municipal agriculturist or local person to trace if they have problems. And we also monitor, we send our staff to monitor and evaluate the performance of the farmers in their own farm and check what problems they have. Now, when they graduate in FEP-SDG, they have to present their data on yield and other results of the study. Then they will graduate with a certificate of achievement. Now, they will go on to phase 3, and this is where the farmers become an extension or farmer teaching of farmers. They will be given 2 days refresher course on how to teach farmers, how to prepare visual aid, how to present their topic, class topic. A farmer will be assigned to discuss fertilizer. A farmer will be assigned to discuss marketing, to discuss intercropping. So they have individual topics to discuss during class. So they will start the program after the 2 days, 2-day refresher course. They will be sent to barangay for the start of the FIS1 barangay level. Ang teacher ang mga farmers na. So when they graduate, they receive the certificate of recognition from the Dean of the College of Agriculture, 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗃. They have the t-shirt which recognizes them as farmer scientists, dignity and honor is with them. Here's an example. Okay. Now, here an example, no fertilizer application. This is supposed to be a very poor soil, but it turns out it is a barren mine. Now, this is now in our area in Cebu, where we call it Laguna, where cogon do not even grow. But with our FSTP training, we found out that it is not the soil that is barren, it's the mine that is barren. Because in the trials, what it needs only is a fertilizer, which is the chicken manure with the urea. Now here, that's the FIS1 trial. Here is now a FIS2 trial, where farmers has to try, farmer scientists has to put up their experiment. Here is varietal trials of corn. And compare with the non-farmer scientists, which is still the difference between a fertile mine and a barren mine. Okay, now, our indigenous people could hardly grow corn, and most of the time they're poor and hungry. Now, with the training we have here, we have the Mangyan and from Mansalay or Mindoro, and we have the Bilaan here from Barangay Paraiso in Alabel, Sarangani. And we know here that with fertilizer with training, they can produce corn just as good as any other soil in parts of Mindanao. Now, this is the history. We are now undergoing the 2-day refresher course. There is an ITAS from Zambales, Castillejos, practicing teacher, presenting their material for teaching. And there is another ITAS from Castillejos. And now they are presenting different topics for their lecture. This is during the refresher course. Now, you say there is no barren soil on the barren one. This is an example in a barren where we could hardly see a soil. They are all rocks. But the farmer says, just remove the rocks, put fertilizer. And then the farmer scientist but put this corn. Just as good as any land with soil, rocky soil. So there is such thing as poor soil. It's only for mine, but barren mine. Now is the effect between the non-farmer scientists here on the left side and that side. You can see before FSTP, corn is just about the size of the head of the chicken, about 1 ton or less than 1 ton per hectare. With FSTP, you can see you can produce even up to 5 tons per hectare. And the problem now that there's a house is loaded with the harvest of corn. And they have no problem. I have no problem of where to sleep, but I told them that the solution here is to sell their corn in the local market. Now in Alabel, Sarangani, we graduated 161 FSTP farmers, phase 1 to phase 2, and 81 of these graduates were at Bilaan or indigenous farmers. Now, there are farmer scientists. Some of them have discovered sample Dauso, San Andres Quezon. They discovered that this is a sewage placed on the ears of corn. It will control corn borer disease. And this is start the research. Our scientists working on biochemistry, they found out that in this sewage, they have 5 volatile chemicals that will repel the insect or corn borers. On the other side, they found that seawater, following the definition of the FSTP that farmer scientist, what's his name? Cyrillah is a high school dropout. She went to the seashore and found out that coconuts do well with seawater. He said he got 1 cup or one bottle of seawater, and she put up small experiment, 1 pot with peanut, the other pot peanut with seawater, the other pot with fresh water. Simple comparison, and she found that seawater improved the fruit of peanut, and then now she's trying it under field conditions. And now she has improved her living condition and her income with integrated farming system, corn, coconut, peanut, more than 100,000 a year. Now, in FSTP, it's not. Now, in FSTP, we have this in school. We did not base our study on corn or rice alone. We integrate, we call it corn base. That means it's just corn. And we also integrate this with animal, crop animal. production system to maximize the farmers' income. So we have corn, we have vegetable, we have banana there, we have cattle, we have milking cow, we have poultry, we have goats, we have swine, then to the market. So this is where farmers can easily have increased income. Some of them can even be a millionaire. Okay, now, say farming is business. Some of our farmers are engaged in agribusiness. Some are vegetable, others are making potato chip, sweet kamote chip, banana chip, and here is they have corn, saba, manok, baka, baboy, integrated system. Now, here is an example of how FSTP improved the living condition of the farmers. Here is the house of 𝗙𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗃𝗃, San Andres Quezon, before FSTP, after FSTP, and he was the one who discovered that seaweeds can control corn borer. Now, the other one here from 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗃, the border cropping system, we have grow corn, vegetable, coconuts, and others, and there is a store. Now, this is the program thing. We have a formula to force farmers to get rich. Pipilitin natin mga pagsakayaman. So, hindi na marami nang para wala na tayo po. And you see here on the left side, the sources of income of farmers. Example of scientists in Pinili, Ilocos. They have corn, 17%, rice, 7%. Then you have fruit, vegetable, 12%, livestock, 19%. Meron silang tobacco, 8%, and for 79%. Now, if you focus only on corn or rice, this is where very risky, or we call it, you sustain poverty. Because when there is a typhoon, wipe out the corn, wipe out the rice, and there's other crop. But where animal production, vegetables, so they still have sources of income. So our formula, how we force farmers to become rich, force them to get rich. So we have a formula. This is started in Cebu, 𝗙𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, strength, antos, is sacrifice, ampo, dasal, pray. So this is a part where there is a spiritual conversion and material transformation. So here is the partial list of farmers and is engaged in agribusiness who are millionaires already. One is Morena Dalagan, before FSTP, 128,000 annual income. After FSTP, 1,500,000 is from Tampakan, South Cotabato. And here is farmers and is 𝗔𝗰𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 $100,000 before FSTP. Is alam niya, hawak lang niya kalabaw. Ngayon, ang income niya is 30 million a year sa bayas. May 100 farmers ang sinusuportahan niya. Provide abono, seeds, others, and he has 3 or 4 trucks to transfer farmers' product, vegetables, and others to the market in Cebu City. And there is Rolando Ma. I have met him yesterday, that originally 200,000 and 2 million now. There's Felix Alburis, 50,000, 1 million now from Sudlon. So there is Landingan, Tampagan, 1 million plus from 50,000. Now, there are also partialists of our farmers about to become scientists. Now, we can look at this sample, 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗂𝗏, 15,000. 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗂𝗏, 101,000. And there is Renato Habuan, 7,000 a year, naging 392,000 from Paranas, Samar. Okay. Now, here's an example of the farmer scientist, 𝗙𝗬𝗪𝗔𝗰𝗵𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗏, located on the middle part of 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗏 mountain. And he used to walk 3 or 4 hours from Cebu City out. As farmer scientists engaged in vegetable production. So we have that big house, 2-story, and the first floor is a grocery store. And we grow Chinese cabbage there. Now, there's farmer scientists also from Upland Cebu, Sudlundos. Arlene Tiho used to live before FSTP with their father, parents-in-law, mga in-laws. Wala siyang bahay. Ngayon, naging millionaire na siyang taas ng bahay na may truck siya. Every Saturday, his truck would do the vegetable from their areas down to the Cebu City market. From Arakan, North Cotabato, I used to be in the area with the training with the FSTP. Our farmers have been here. We have now a family with pickup, and another one is that the farmers here. Now, in Arakan, they used to tell us that their ang baril mas mataas pa sa bata. Ngayon, ang mais mas mataas pa sa bata. We restore peace and order in community. Now here is an outstanding farmer scientist Bilangan from Alabel, Sangkani. Farmer scientist Ricardo 𝗙𝗵𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗏. So he produced their own corn hybrid, called the 𝗙𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗏 hybrid. Now, he has a problem to start of how to get more funds. So he wrote a letter to me and said, "Sir, I need funds to start my 1 hectare of corn seed production." I said, "How much you need?" "I need only 5,000 for the fertilizer needs." So I gave him fertilizer, 5,000 for fertilizer. So 𝗙𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗏 was very successful. So he invited me during the field day to show that he really produced this hybrid corn at 7 tons per hectare. Now here 𝗙𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗏, first year, he sold 190 bags of hair corn seeds at 1,000 pesos per hectare. The total income is 190,000. And was able to support his children for 𝗙𝗪𝗃𝗃𝗏. Now here is a picture of 𝗙𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗏 during I visited him. The 𝗙𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗏 was sent. 𝗙𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗏 finished his BS Agricultural Economics at the University of Southern Mindanao Cabaon campus, June 14, 2018. He's now employed at the University of Southeastern Philippines at Davao City, starting here. Now, at the start, they have a problem. I have to help him apply the letter sent to the University of Eastern Philippines. There was the money to travel. I gave him 2,000 because the president of the university, Dr. General, was my former student. So I contacted her if she can provide or employ him with that position. So she said, okay, let's start. So for 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗏, now has been employed or is still employed at the University of Philippine Extension, and I hope that he can be he can be with us to express how the beneficiaries of scientists as he is now. Now, 𝗙𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗃 chose FSTP for peace. This is the best solution to NPA problem. And here is the military reside. There is the mayor of 𝗙𝗿𝗺𝗏, raising up the corn, hybrid corn with the farmers. So when we started FSTP in Cebu in 1994, Cebu was an FSTP, was full of NPF, North and South. The status symbol at the time was a gun, half gun, and with harvest. When we started FSTP, we transformed the farmers into farmer scientists, and now their status symbol is cell phone and motor, and they are all in college. So the last encounter of FSTP of my military in Cebu happens in Tuburan, Sumon, Tuburan, in October 15, 2005. It was a bloody encounter with the farmer and the three soldiers. Three soldiers was killed. First, they were just playing basketball. Then there is this ring of fire. So after I learned this, I sent my FSTP technician with 100 bags of chicken manure and corn seeds and vegetable seeds to go there in Sumon to start FSTP program. So our farmers are trained and the military has already been run. So Cebu is now military trained. The 78th Infantry Battalion has already moved to Bacolod. There is an example on how we respond to the need of the farmers in Sumon after their revolution. There's my nephew, Governor Hilario DavideRG, during his time, he built a concrete road, starting at the river, and there is a high school, and then there are the local officials, the mayor, and the barangay captain holding big size corn seeds, corn ears that they can produce now. This is a very peaceful community. Now, in Arakan, North Cotabato, they have stepped out from poverty and senior contact in FSTP. When we started FSTP, I visited the church, it's closed, and the priest was holding a mass. And I asked him after the mass why the church was closed. He told me, this is the site where Father Venturio was assassinated. Father, we have farmer centers. During graduation, the church will be full with farmers. And this is the farmers now are receiving a communion and a very peaceful community now. Now, we have another program, challenge to FSTP farmers here. This is Lake Danao, Camotes, San Francisco, Camotes Island. This used to be not good for irrigation. That's the decision of the irrigation authority and the mayor. When I met with them, they said, Dr. Davide, our lake is salty, and we cannot use that irrigation water. So I asked our farmer scientists, I created a task force to conduct experiment, and we examined the seawater, the lake water, and the soil underneath, and we found that the salt is very low, less than 1%, and it contains natural fertilizer elements at very rich. So we set up the experiment. Next. So the National Irrigation Authority put up a project using solar system to pump the water around the farm. It covers 6 barangays with 23,000 farmers and families around it to benefit this lake water mix. So now, during the inauguration, here are the farmers attending it, listening to the promise of the irrigation authority, full support. Now, we visited their experiment with the director of the NEA, and we invited the priest to bless all the plants around and us, and here's the mayor, and the mayor now could hardly believe that he now can use the lake water for irrigation. Now, here's how the plants from all different crops, vegetables and others, they're growing very well with the lake water. Now, whereas the task force of Farmers Center, they were my research assistant, and they put up experiment, gather data. There's a study of lake water from the crop suitability. Now, after we started FSTP in 1994 in Cebu. After 25 years, we have expanded the program all over the country. And we have the 25th anniversary, and we identified 12 major success stories. One, production of corn. Cebu has been increased 1.1 tons per hectare to 4 to 6 tons per hectare. Based on order has been restored. Then, many of them have sent their children to school. And a number of our farmers become leaders in public service, mayors, and the officials. So, and that is the conversion of the farmers here, spiritual and material conversion. Some of them are the ministers, some of them are helping their church activities. And the most important achievement here is the conversion of Lake Danao into irrigation water. 23,000 farmers benefited from it. Okay, now I'll stop. FSTP in action. Armed with missionary spirit, we brave dangerous terrains and bumpy bad roads to facilitate the effective implementation of FSTP nationwide, reaching the poor farmers. We don't for this area where no technician of government can reach them. So I'm here inspecting Pisto in Barili. There is no, I have to pass through a bridge of irrigation pipes to say farmers that he is now preparing his farm for production or something. Now I have to ride 𝗙𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗏 to it. Then there's another one here who gave a lecture on plant diseases under the mango tree. Now, this is a case where UP professor go to the farm. In our university, the farmers going to the university now. So this is UP open air class. Now, some of our staff cross the river, riding 𝗙𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗃, very dangerous river around riding. So FSTP now has gone all over the country, from Batanes down to Zamboanga, and we are still expanding and covering 52 provinces and 195 municipalities. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed our short, and I hope you can join us also one of these days. Visiting our farmers, farmer scientist. Thank you very much, National Scientist Lourdes Cruz, for inviting me and enlightening our viewers today. Thank you. God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Aka Davide, for a very informative discussion and presentation about FSTP. To our panelists, we can raise our questions, and to our attendees, please use the Q&A box to raise your questions po. We actually have, yes po, Sir Cesar, you are recognized po.
Good afternoon, Dr. Davide. Can I be heard? Paula, can I?
Yes po, yes sir, go ahead po.
Good afternoon, Dr. Davide. Thank you very much for an interesting and challenging presentation. Okay, two questions related. Is there an alumni association for your graduates so that in turn they can be the one to spread the gospel? That's the first question. Number two, is there a way to document the learnings and experiences of the graduates as to their experiences in farm? They need not be the one because baka hindi sila magaling mag-document, but does FSTP have a staff to help document? I think very powerful, very insightful and experiences nila. So those two questions. An alumni association so that in turn the alumni can share, And number two, is there a documentation of the learnings of the graduates? Maraming salamat.
Yeah, it is our mandate to monitor and evaluate performance the farmer scientists after 3 or more years of graduation. So we are now different results. Socio-economic should be income, pinuntahan namin ang bahay nila. Farm, we have to go there. And we have covered already the several provinces, covered volumes of results of our socio-economic survey. That's why you have a list. Farmers, before FSTP, ilan ang income? Ano ang paligid nila? Ilan ang napaaral? So, very exciting. Mayroong isang farmers na 9 children. Napaaral niya 2 abogado, 2 engineer, 2 nurses, isa midwife, and so on. Yung isa naman, pinaaral niya as pilot, sa mga marine, medical doctors. Wala sa kanila na go back to the farming. Kasi pobre ang tatay, hindi ko gusto ang daanan ko yun na daanan ni tatay. Kung ang problema natin, our farmers are really old. Who will succeed? Our farmers. That's the challenge. We have to induce young farmers that in farming you can be a millionaire. Okay? You just follow our system.
One final question, Dr. Davide. There's a farmer you mentioned that earned 30 million. Ano kaya ang ginawa niya? Kumita siya ng 30 million.
Ginawa niya 100 farmers vegetable growers. Binigyan niya siya nag-supply ng seeds, vegetable seeds, fertilizer, pesticide kung kailangan. Siya ngayon ang bumili rin with 4 na trucks. O kaya, okay, umpisa siya niyan, part-time farmers, tricycle driver siya niya. Pag na-train na siya sa FSTP, yan, doon. So, the government, we have also concrete road. That's concrete road. So, we have 4 trucks, one is removed. That's why, needs ng ating mga farmers are really fertilizer, seeds, market, road. But sometimes we have farm to pocket road, road to my farm. Sir, what's happening then? Simento nila, yun lang daanan ng gulong. I know what's happening there. Why they are rebuilding? Yeah. You know the cause of rebellion. But they are fighting the effects of rebellion. The cause is poverty, hunger, and abuses. Now, military are fighting. Pobre yan, wala makain. A hungry man is an angry man. This is Cebu. Cebu, before when I went there, we started 1984. 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗃. Everybody has gone. Ako lang pa rin. Started farmer scientists. In farming, there is business, and they are graduate of 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃. It's an honorable program, and we give them a formula how to be a millionaire. And we give them the support. We give them our varieties, our seeds, reading what they need, fertilizer. We have bio-in, foliar fertilizer. Give them. So our product of research should go for being users, not just research. What are the needs of the farmers? And farmers also have observation. They can discover in their own, and they can continue the research. So there should be a tie-up. Scientists, farmers, local government, the three hands should work together. But number one problem we have, politika. Pag natalo yung farmers na nag-support sa FSTP, yung sunod ayaw na.
Thank you very much. Maraming salamat. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you very much po, Sir Cesar. May we invite Mr. Tange po, the beneficiary of FSTP, to please join the discussion. Mr. Tange, may you please?
Sir, good.
Yes po. Good afternoon po. May we request
Hello
for your camera?
po. Good afternoon. I am heard.
Yes po, you're clear po.
So, good afternoon to our speaker, Dr. 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗃𝗃, and the rest of the participants who are present this afternoon. Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. My name is Mikari Tange, and the direct beneficiary of this program is my father, headed by Dr. Davide, the FSTP program. We grew up through farming, particularly planting corn crop in every 3 months, I think. I could really say that FSTP has a high spirit of extension service. In my experience, living in an IP community and a far-flung area, we have a poor access to technologies or government assistance. But because of the presence of FSTP, our farming is now more productive. I could say that my education was supported by this program because my father, licensed corn seed production, yung white corn seed production. Meron po kaming variety. We called it a 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 variety by the help of FSTP program. So, my father sends me my allowance to USM Kabakan, where I got my degree in 2018. Then, after I graduated, the program leader, Dr. Davide, he always did monitor for our success. Hindi talaga titigil si Dr. Davide hanggang hindi ako, wala pa akong trabaho. He has a big role or a big part of where or who I am now and my family. So this is FSTP really has an extension principle. This program or FSTP not just give us fees, but this program taught us how to do fishing. Thank you so much po.
Thank you po, Sir Tange, for that message. Dr. Davide, do we have a response to Mr. Makihay?
Kare has done, ni Kare talaga matalino yan, ano? And he's trying his best. And I advise him to finish your master's degree and PhD degree. Yes, and he has a vision to do that. Kasi marami sa ating mga indigenous people, We have so many bright potential, but hindi natin nabigyan ng pagkataon. One example is si 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗃 na talagang napakita natin na kung mabigyan natin itong ating mga ingenious potential na pagkataon, we have good leaders in the country to come. So, 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗃, carry on. Finish your MS and PhD.
Yes, Doc. Thank you so much. My master's degree is ongoing. I am now writing my final thesis. Thank you so much, Doc. Thank you po.
Thank you po. Moving forward po, we have a message from Ma'am Violeta Villegas. She said that during my time as director of the Institute of Plant Breeding UPLP, Dr. Davide brought me a couple of times to his FSTP sites in Cebu. I witnessed firsthand how the lives of his farmer cooperators improved through FSTP in terms of income, houses, habal-habal, children's education, and other amenities. At his present age, Dr. Davide is still active in FSTP, which he introduced in other provinces. Salute to Dr. Davide. You're a great sir. That is from Violeta Villegas. Aka Davide, naka-mute po kayo ulit. Sorry. Okay na po. And a question po from Mr. Ike Señeres. How do you coordinate with SUCs po?
Oh, yeah. This is well coordinated. We have a manual of management and operation. We call this from national level down. Meron kami mga focal person inside. So from national level, we have the ATI program leader. Then we have provincial coordinators, municipal coordinators, barangay coordinators. We call them focal person, and we have the staff to coordinate with them. So we have closely linked because it is defined in our Executive Order 17 by President Arroyo noon. So na-define ang management and operation. That's why in the executive order, the management operation is with us here in Farming System Institute, the Agriculture HI. That's why we are here. And have only, used to be 11 staff, and they are assigned to different regions as municipal, provincial, or regional coordinators. So we are closely linked, and we are lucky. We have this Zoom or viral system right now. We can talk to each other, and that's our plan B. If we cannot go there, we have the Zoom or virtual. Thank you po. Very good.
Thank you po. A question po from Ms. Aubrey Rose Thea Uano. What do you suggest po on farmlands that are now uncultivated? Is there still a chance to bring them back?
Yeah. I think this is a challenge to all. We have plenty of agricultural colleges and universities, almost every province. We signed in. Close to those universities of agriculture now. You cannot develop the farm, the children's farm. And our approach to the farming is business. If you have no business, do not go to the farm. And the university, almost every province from state universities, college of agriculture. Saan sila ngayon? And you have, why? We have so many agricultural student graduates, and we have plenty of empty farms. Now, that's the challenge to the government, because there is no, because they always believe that our land is no longer productive. We will hire foreign technicians and so on, and they don't know. The problem is not the farm, it is the mine, not the farm. So, this beacon fund is a challenge to all. You have gathered all the youth who are interested. Make them millionaire right there. I only have one in Southern yung nag-graduate yung bata. Ang nanay, my business na agriculture. It took over. So that's very simple. Until the government still lack this policy. State colleges of agriculture, sayang mga graduates natin. Assign din. Huwag mo mag-graduate kung walang farm. Get into the business mo lang. Oh, okay po, pwede. Kaya mo.
We have follow-up question po from Ms. Aubrey pa din po ito. If is FSTP implemented in other LGUs? Kasi she is from 𝗙𝗃𝗃 region po. May FSTP na po ba sa ibang LGUs because she is from 𝗙𝗃𝗃?
Oo,
Another question po, sir, from Mr. 𝗙𝗃𝗃𝗃 po ulit. Is FSTP an NGO or a government agency?
No, it is government. Is guided by the Executive Order 17 adopting nationwide FSTP to liberate poor farmers from the bondage of poverty and hunger. Our priority are the 6th class, 5th class, 3rd class municipalities. So that is the mandate. How we can fight poverty and hunger without this kind of problem. Marami sa atin kasi, the words speak louder than action. Marami magsalita diyan sa gobyerno. Pero saan? So, yan. So, that's the challenge.
Thank you po, Davide. Do we still have questions po from our participants in our panel? Yes po, Doc M, you're recognized po.
Hello, Dr. Davide. Congratulations, nice paper, presentation. Ang tanong ko lang ay paano minamarket ang produce o harvest o products ng mga members?
Dali yung kasi ang ating kon yan ay demand and supply. Saan ang demand ngayon? So, sa Cebu City, mataas ang demand sa supply, no? Kaya dito sa ila, sa local market nila nandoon. They even have their own sari-sari store. Sa sari-sari store, nandoon na ang market nila. Then, yung iba sa public market, sa Cebu, doon sa central market nandoon, yung truck loads, kailangan yan. So, ang farmers ngayon has to know where is the market demand of this product. Before planting, alam niya, ang kamote ngayon, 100 pesos per kilo o 70 pesos per kilo just a grow. So the farmers can easily, so farmers should be guided by the market demand. So FSTP, ganun bukatib sila. May sari-sari store, may kutsi, may drop sila, may multi-cup. So you can drive their own pro. Walang middleman. They are the middlemen. So yan ang approach natin. Because in the lecture, there is marketing, record keeping, kasama yan, principles, and there is also communication strategies. Paano sila makapromote sa product nila?
Wala silang balak mag-form ng cooperatives?
Okay, mayroon silang cooperatives. Maraming cooperatives na pero kuminsan, source of failure of cooperatives when the government comes in. Because you form a cooperative because I'll give you fertilizer. Ano yan? Ang cooperative is based on birds of the same feather flock together. Now, kung magsabi ng gobyerno, mag-coop kayo, may mangingisda, mayroong corn plus, mayroong baho-baho ba? No, cooperative, sabi ko, it should be, say, farmer scientist, pure farmer. So, mayroong co-op dito na 12 farmer scientists, nag-form sila. Ngayon, 74 na ang nakuha nila. Billion na. start with the same group. Yun na, birds of the same feather flock together. Haluan man ng ibang ibang ibon. Sa buwan, sabihin ng mayor, mag-cooperative kayo.
Malapit na. 5 minutes siguro. Thank you, Doc Davide. Regards kay Ma'am Clara.
Thank you very much. Happy to hear from you. Yan ang buhay natin. Force them to get rich. Wala problema.
Thank you po, Doc M. Question pa po, Dr. Davide. What agency is FSTP under? Is it under the OST or DND?
Ang FSTP supposed to be sa executive order. Nandiyan ang DAR, DOST, LGUs, local government units, and NGOs. Sama yan. Sa mga NGOs na very active, yung vestibule vestibule company, provide vaccines. So, kasama NGO. So, yung mga kailangan tulong, we can help them. So, mulawak ito. Is an allied forces, the DOST, DNR, local government unit, NGOs. Ang problema, kulang sa action, kulang sa pondo. We only have 10 million. 10 million ang budget binigay ng DA through ETI. Yung ibang project, billion. We train more than 200,000 farmers already from Batanes down to Zamboanga. Pero with this small budget, ako ulos indo yan. Emeritus professor forever without compensation. Pero ito, gawin natin, kaya natin eh.
Follow-up question po. Who is the lead agency and to whom do you report? Dr. Davide, yun po yung follow-up question. Who is the lead agency daw po and to whom do you report?
Ang lead agency dito, nasa attached sa ETI, Agricultural Training Institute, doon ang main budget. Then, i-channel ito sa mga regional offices, Region 1, Region 2, may share sa budget. Then, ang region coordinators, mukha niyan sa mga municipal, cultural, municipal, dito sa mga mayor. Mayor, ito, you're interested, we have this trainers training first, because sila. But ang main office dito is the ETI Agricultural Training Institute. Mayroon silang 13 regions. Cordillera, kasama sila. So, yun ang system natin through regional, provincial, national ETI to their regional offices. Then spread out to LGOs and NGOs. So yeah,
Thank you very much po. Yes po, Davide. Do we still have questions po from panel and our participants?
May pag-asa ang future air.
Speaking of, kung wala pa po tayong questions, may I call on Ma'am Luli po. Do we have a message po to Dr. Davide? Ma'am Luli?
Yan, nako, maraming salamat, Davide. Talagang matagal na po akong mahanga sa inyong mga ginagawa dahil ang dami nyo nang natulungan at yung dedication nyo sa pagtulong, yan ang dapat gayahin. Pati yung prinsipyo ng inyong pagtulong. Talagang palagay ko, yan ang dapat nating gawin. At gusto naming makipag-linkage sa inyong efforts kung paano itong Future Earth para sana maikalat natin yung inyong ginagawa. Maraming salamat po.
Salamat din, Des. Kung wala kang imbitasyon sa akin, wala ako ngayon dito. Salamat kay nakaisip mo na itong bigyan mo ako ng opportunity to announce to all our staff around sa NAS maroon tayong ginagawa para sa mga pobre.
Kailangan tulong natin para sa mahihirap, lalo na ang mga farmers.
Yan ang kailangan natin din. Dapat walang farmers na pobre.
Oo nga, kasi sila ang nagpapakain sa atin.
Pagkain sa atin, kung wala silang pagkain, wala rin tayo.
Pag-i-import.
So, salamat sa mga farmers na tulungan na produce more food surplus. Salamat, Days.
Ang isa sa mga pinag-uusapan po ay kasi ito yung success ng FSTP ay dahil sa inyo. Ngayon paano kaya masusustain itong effort na ito? Meron na po bang mga bata na nate-train? Paano maisasali ng kaalaman ninyo sa iba? Yung tungkol sa pagpapatakbo nitong FSTP.
Yun ang challenge natin, how we can make the youth agriculturist and become a millionaire also.
So itong itong project ninyo, itong program ninyo, ang sustainability ng program, paano kaya, ang plano ninyo para sa sustainability nitong programa?
Well, I think the executive order, yun ang matitrain niya, may susunod talaga, may succession niya kasi it's already a law or a rule, national order. Baron, nagpapalit-palit nga sila, pero na doon pa rin ang program is still moving, maski na walang mayor. Yung na-train natin farmers, they are, especially those train natin na farmer teacher. They will go on teaching their neighbors and so on. They are built-in extension worker. Doon na sila. Yung na-train natin, tuloy-tuloy na yan. Ituturo sila. May leadership na. Maganda ang leadership sa barangay kung mga farmer scientists ang mga officials.
Ay, sige po. Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much po, Ma'am Luli. We still have, last follow-up questions po, Davide, from Mr. Xiñeres. Are you not duplicating what Ati is doing? It seems like you are the one doing the job of Ati. Davide?
Agricultural Training Institute, yun ba yun?
Yes po, ma'am.
Hindi yan nag-duplicate kasi ibang approach natin. Wala yung lecture technical system. They are also involved as focal person. Ito ay parang curriculum system defined. Topics na dyan na parang talaga curriculum approach. Kasi yung kanila field school and so on, wala yung cultivation of the mind, cultivation of the soil, cultivation of the market, leadership. Wala lecture yung leadership ngayon. Wala. We overlook that aspect was very important. Failure of any system is the leader. Mahina. So very important ang aspect of leadership in any system. Nandiyan sa atin. So wala, hindi na ma-duplicate yung curriculum. Dapat i-adapt na school eh.
So, thank you very much po, Davide. I guess we have already covered the questions from the panel and attendees. So, before we end, I would just like to leave some notes from the talk. So, FSTP has bridged so many connections, be it in agriculture, in economy, even in peace and order. And it has also built communities, supported families, and made dreams be reality. And i-take note ko din po yung one of the first few words you have said sa opening na we gather knowledge to scatter. So thank you very much po, Academician Davide, for a very enriching and fruitful discussion this afternoon. And to our attendees, ang link po for the evaluation form is in the chat box already. Please accomplish it. And stay tuned for our future episodes sa SDG Action Hour. This has been a very good afternoon and see you po next Friday. Thank you very much po.